Hi, my name is Thompson. I'm a student at Leeds Beckett University studying business management with marketing, and this is my Understanding Markets and Customers vlog. The purpose of this video is to give you an insight into the purchases I've recently made and the theories behind why I bought them. The two products I will be using in this video are both business to consumer products, as I bought them straight from the business for my own personal use. First, let's establish what is meant by marketing. The Chartered Institute of Marketing, CIM, define marketing as the management process responsible for identifying, anticipating and satisfying customer requirements profitably. My first product choice is a bag of chili heat wave Doritos, which I recently purchased from Tesco. After arriving at Tesco, I realised I was feeling a bit hungry and felt I need to change that. According to the decision-making process put forward by Gosnay and Richardson in 2010, this could be seen as the first step of why a consumer decides to buy a product. They call this first step problem recognition. This is where I, as a consumer, has established there is a problem and seeks to find a solution to this problem. As my problem was that I was hungry, the product I needed was food. The second step of the decision-making process is information search. This is where the consumer seeks for ways to solve the problem. The decision to choose one bag of crisps was mainly due to the facts I just stated. Therefore, I only wanted a light option. I also didn't want to spend too much money, as I needed to purchase other things, so I set my budget at £1. This left me to decide what crisps I would be choosing. The next step I would come across would be evaluation of alternatives, also known as the consideration stage. This is where the consumer identifies alternatives and compares these alternatives to the criteria. Due to my budget being £1 and the fact I only wanted one packet of crisps, the decision to choose Doritos was quite an easy one for me. Doritos are my go-to crisp and always my first choice. The bold red packaging stands out on the shelf and automatically my attention is drawn to them. I did still have a browse to see what Tesco had to offer, but workers weren't appealing to me and nothing else really challenged Doritos. Next in the decision-making process is the product choice. This is where the consumer makes their decision based on the needs they seek. For me, this was not a hard decision to make, it didn't take much thinking. I didn't have to go to any other shops to try and get it cheaper. The difference in price wouldn't have been significant enough for me to search elsewhere. Then comes the post-purchase decision. This is where the buyer evaluates the purchase they have made to decide if they are satisfied with it. I was highly satisfied with my purchase because it fulfilled my needs as a customer. I did not have to travel far for this product, to spend too much money, and most importantly, it satisfied my hunger. The flavour also left me highly satisfied as usual, so in the future I will continue to purchase this product. Due to this purchase being a regular one that didn't require a long thinking process, this can be seen as a habitual purchase. This is a purchase that usually doesn't involve much risk and is quite low cost. These type of purchases are usually quite regular. The second product I will be talking about is a recent purchase of night trainers from Foot Asylum. According to the customer involvement theory by Rosenbaum-Elliot, Percy and Pervan in 2011, this purchase can be seen as high involvement purchase because the price is quite expensive and the buy is infrequent. Referring back to the decision-making process, the first stage was for a problem to be identified. This problem was that my current shoe collection was starting to get a bit dirty and worn out. Also, as the winter months were approaching, this reason I needed a pair of shoes that weren't going to wreck easily. The last pair of shoes I purchased were white, so they are not perfect for the upcoming winter conditions. As the second stage is information search, I then began searching my product. I did not feel as though this problem needed to be fixed immediately, so my search lasted a few weeks. Occasionally, whilst in Leeds, I would pop in various shoe shops just to see what they were selling. A few caught my eye, but nothing that prompted me to buy there and then. Due to the pair of shoes being mainly for winter, I wanted a black pair and didn't want to spend too much on them. The shoes I decided I wanted were a pair of black Air Max for £100. The next stage, as we know, is evaluation of alternatives. The reason I did not purchase the shoes at the time was because I was going to wait and see if another pair caught my eye for a cheaper price. Yet I still kept the Nike Air Max in mind. I searched around many other shops to see what they had to offer, and there were a few that I had my eyes on, but didn't fit the criteria as I didn't want to spend much more than £100. Then comes product choice. The next week I was in town and decided to have another look in some shops to see if there was anything else I'd rather choose than the Air Max. After looking in a few shops, I discovered that in Foot Asylum they were on offer for £80. This was brilliant as the price is much less than I was willing to pay and the shoe fits the needs of my criteria. I then had a quick look online to see if there was anything for a better price, but there was not. For this reason I decided to buy the shoe on the spot, as I didn't want them to go out of stock and was happy with the price. Then comes the post-purchase evaluation. I felt this purchase was a good one because I spent less money than intended and I got a shoe that fits my needs. Nike has always been a brand that I trust and have developed brand loyalty towards due to their trainers being durable and mostly good value for money. They are also the style that I think is best and therefore I was happy with my purchase and I will continue to buy shoes from Nike in the future. I will also continue to purchase from Foot Asylum as the price I paid beat competitors. Thank you for listening, I hope you enjoyed.